Chief Executive Cape Town, Sifale Monti, Director of Projects for Durban Shipyards, Jos Hovarts. Our valued customers, inclusive of shipping lines and cargo owners, members of the media, Transnet colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon to you all. This is quite a very informal setup, and it's a day of celebration more than anything. But the day is finally here. It is my pleasure to be your program director today as we name and christen our brand new Plough Tug. NgesiZulu sithi siyayibhabhadisa, siyayikhunga ingane. And guess what? My name is Londiwe Mkhungo. And I'm from Transnet National Ports Authority in the infrastructure department. And Tnpa is honored to host you here at the NSRI. I kept on making a mistake saying NSIR. It's NS. Thank you. Here at the Port of Durban, Ikweba laseThekwini. Before we proceed with today's program, we know that safety is a priority at Transnet. May I request that a she-rep by the name of Jabu Makanya take us through the safety protocols. Thank you. Over to you, Jabu.
Good day, all protocol observed. There are no evacuation tools planned for the day. However, in the unlikely event of an emergency, evacuation will be initiated by the three-shot burst with the portable fire alarm horn over there. Then you'll be required to calmly make your way out of the marquee using the side and proceed to the assemble point, which is the security gate. Our ablution facilities are inside this building, the NSRI building. You can use this gate over here, and then when you get inside the building, the toilets are located on your right-hand side, but the toilets are unisex. And also, you are not allowed to go over the stanchion line behind the marquee. Thank you.
Thank you, Jabu. At this moment, I'd like to call upon on stage Ubaba Wekhaya, Mr. Mzothule Zigalala, who is the Tnpa Executive Manager for Dredging Services, to welcome us to this auspicious event. Kuzen, over to you.
Good afternoon, colleagues. My name, as she said, I'm Zotule, but I'm well known as Mzo. I'm currently heading dredging services at Tnpa. I know that you did acknowledge our leadership, but I would also like to add on top of that to acknowledge our capable crew who really managed to sail this vessel from Cape Town to be where we are today. Over above that, wherever I go, I always get asked, what is dredging? You know, it's always a name that is not familiar to people. Why do we dredge? So our really primary mandate as dredging services is related to the maintenance of our ports, our port channels, our depth to the promulgated requirement depth. The reason why you are doing that, as you may know, there is a natural phenomenon that deals with the lateral drift. Is a natural movement of sand. As you see, when you look at Richards Bay and Durban, majority of those ports are the ones that receive a lot of sand because the sands are moving from west to east, but you also got your wave direction north to south. So we have to then do maintenance. But as dredging services, we also then expand, trying to then go to what I call capital dredging. Capital dredging is where then we create new harbors, when we then dip in our port, dip in our beds, dip in our entries channel. So as dredging services, we own assets that are worth over 3 billion. We've got different types of fleets. We've got what we call trailer suction hopper dredger. We've got two of them. The biggest one is Ilembe, with a hopper capacity size of 5,550 cube, as well as the Sandwana with 4,200 cube hopper size. Those are trailer suction hopper dredgers. So to simplify it, a trailer is like your vacuum cleaner. You see, when you vacuum at home, it just suck the material, it put it on the hopper, then we go in and dump it on site. The trailer dredgers are really hydraulic dredgers. We also got what we call mechanical dredgers. We've got one of it is called Italini. Italini is mostly used for dredging of our beds, especially when our trailers cannot able to access those beds. Then we use a trailer a grab dredger to then do that. The one that we are here for today, it's called Plough Tug. The Plough Tug, we normally use it for bed leveling. Especially also along the quay, normally you will find that your sediments level are not the same. You'll find high spots and low spot. We use normally then the Plough Tug to do that. This Plough Tug that we are here for today is a replacement of the very old Plough Tug that we have called Tnpa. I'm very happy because Tnpa, I think, has been with us for 50 years. Uh, of course, we try by all means to sweat our assets, stretch them before then we invest on capital investment. I think this is a particular example where we did try and stretch and sweat our assets. So the advantage of this one, and I like to brag about it because it's a vessel that we as Tnpa, we managed to deal with this thing hardly within a year. And I must salute our procurement colleagues. Procurement and bought it in here. So we first heard about the Plough Tug. It was around I think I came in here around about June or so. I think around about July. We heard about that there is a Plough Tug that is on stock, that it's being sold by Durban. Then we move with speed. Today we are having it in here. And if you may recall, because these things are built with steel, just imagine the way how we moved. We save Transnet a lot of money, by the way, because if we have to build this thing in today's value, we save almost 60 million. I'm hoping maybe I'll get a bonus. Yeah. So as I said, I think we as dredging services, we are really embarking in a very interesting journey. First of all, I know that our mandate is for us to service our port, but we are trying by all means to ensure that we capitalized on the opportunities, because to bring in a dredger from Europe to here, you will spend almost 50 million before you even start paying for what is here for. So we try by all means, especially where we've got spare capacity, then we market it out. And there's a reason behind that, because the money that you get out there, it helps us to offset our operation expense, thus then doing maintenance in our port cheaper. So that's our focus. But again, lastly, I always like to share what I normally call understanding dredging triangle, colleagues. It's very important. Dredging is a business, and the top companies out there. I mean, when you look at the Antinel, it's making about $3 billion per annum. Why not us? That's a question that one always asks. Why not us? But it takes time to get there. We have to then build and build and build and build. And we are quite comfortable that in the journey that we are embarking on, I was joking with Sis Mbume the other day. I said, hey, you Port of Durban, you are making some billion, but I'm there. I'm coming. So yeah, colleagues, thank you very much. Let me hope you will enjoy this function. You are more than welcome at TNP Dredging Services. Ngiyabonga kakhulu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Moneymaker, Mr. Mzo. We are getting those bonuses. GCE, in the year of execution, siyabasela. No, senza kwenzeke. Thank you very much. So I'm going to now call upon the board director, Sifale Motse, alongside the project director, Yas Hovat, just to introduce the vessel and also just take us through the technical capabilities of the Plough Tug. Over to you. Thank you.
Given that this is a christening, I'm going to say siyatulisa bakithi.
No.
Umphathi wemsebenzi ubulisile. And our executive director has already greeted. So I'm going to ask if I can just say protocol observed and lean on those greetings that they've already given. My name is Sifale Munti. I am a board member of the board of directors of Durban Shipyards Cape Town. And I'm honored to be here today as part of this handover christening event of this vessel that we are delivering to TNPA. I'm standing here not just representing myself, but representing a full team that would have loved to be here because they're so proud of the work that we have done over the years. We started building this vessel many years ago, as has been said, because we are part of the Darmo Global Group, and one of the unique features is that we are capable, we have standard designs, and we're capable to build on stock. So we can assemble to order what is required within a relatively short time if we have stock available. But I think that is a conversation for us to have maybe in more detail and look at what more we can do further. I was not here for the sales pitch, but I couldn't help that. But if I can just say that Durban is delivering this vessel, and Durban delivers not just the steel that you see put together here with the various components. We deliver on job creation, we deliver on skills development, we deliver on local industry and supplier development, we deliver on technology transfer. Of our team who are here, Ben Fisher is the guy who led this particular project. And his team welded together the pieces of steel, put the winch on and made sure that it works. They took that diamond design and fitted it to the spec provided by TNPA so that we can deliver to your need this vessel. Kim Ruchbier is the lady who is our project manager, but also a seafarer, and she trained the crew that sailed the vessel here. And she would have loved to be here to see how well her students did, because if she hadn't done her delivery, this vessel wouldn't have made it here. And this vessel is also designed to be able to sail on the open seas, so it can move from port to port if Durban can spare it, but I'm not sure. Can they? But in 10 years, in 20 years, if you want to move it around, you will have the skills, the capability, because this vessel can move on the open seas. We're also here with Mark Grootboom, our supply chain manager, and he coordinates over the thousands and thousands of components that make up this vessel. He works with each supplier to build our local supplier base, to identify opportunities to localize what is possible, to support our local suppliers so that when he picks up the phone and says, hey, I've got a shoal buster, can you deliver me part XYZ to the Durban standards, and puts down the phone, he knows they will deliver as well as any other supplier anywhere else in the world, because this is a world-class vessel and it has to meet world-class standards. He has worked to build our suppliers so that they are exposed to other opportunities, localize technology, and train them up so that they can do more of the support locally. So when you're looking for maintenance, when you're looking for how to keep your vessel afloat, he will be coordinating that to make sure it happens. We also recognize Abdullah Gallant, who is one of the first people in our first intake in our training center. Abdullah has come through the training center and now leads this center that trains apprentices who come out skilled and certified to work on this vessel and who have grown to different parts of the organization and even to different parts of the industry and to different industries outside of the company. One of the greatest achievements of our training center is that it allowed us to introduce women onto the shop floor. In 2023, we take it for granted. We don't have to say, oh, look, there, we have 3 women. Women have been working on the shop floor since we introduced the training center, and they're integrated into our entire organization. And one of our biggest successes this year is delivering the first fully certified rigger, one of the first 2 females in South Africa to be certified in that way. So we're very proud of the output, and we're very proud that Abdullah is leading his team to continue to deliver to a global standard, a vessel that you can rely on. But colleagues, I was just here to introduce how we build, the approach, the mindset, the spirit that ensures that we take this diamond design and we deliver it locally with a local team. I would love to talk more, but we don't have all day, all week. And if you speak to each and every one of us, the way that we are so proud of what we deliver, we would keep you talking forever and ever. What I can do is say, Me Group CE, Ndate Chair, Ndate Executive Director, please can we invite you to Cape Town so you can see for yourself the approach that we take. You can see for yourself the people who build this and other vessels to a similar standard, who make sure that we deliver to spec, we deliver within budget, we deliver on time to meet your various needs. I'm now going to ask my colleague Jos Houwaerts, who leads our overall project team, to come and give more technical detail. Our organization is structured so that he leads not just the building projects team, but also the maintenance projects team. So we keep that knowledge and understanding of the design to ensure that you can stretch it as long as possible and operate it safely with a good maintenance support. So please, let's talk about that as well. That's an opportunity to make sure that you can sweat your asset and maximize your return from it. Thank you. Jos.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Mr. Valamonsi. Thank you all, everybody, and all protocols observed. My name is Jos Houwaerts, and I have a small problem that I was asked here to explain the technical capabilities of this ship, and then they gave me only 5 minutes. So yeah, where to start? No. First and foremost, this is it's a Plough Tug, and it's a little bit more in size than the ship you were used to, and that actually has a reason, because the ship is 32 meters in length and 9 meters of width, and that's to be able to to pull actually the plow over the seabed at an ultimate depth of 25 meters, and that plow has a width of 10 meters. So you can imagine that, yes, I think as soon as the port of Durban is done, this ship actually has the size and the capabilities to go out and to go to other ports, because also the size of this ship, the bunker tanks of the fuel, the fresh water, the cabins on board the ship for the crew, they're all fitted to stay on board for a couple of days. Crew comfort, we put at a very high level, and that's what this product is for. For us in Cape Town, it was, I believe, the second time we built this type of ship. But the benefit of being part of the Dama Group is that at this very moment, we have built already 85 of the ship. So we can, in the group, continuously improve, and they can give us, the tips and tricks to build the ship and to make it a success. And that's also why it's so much fun to work for that team. and to really build it here in South Africa for South Africa, because for us there is no need to ship it from Europe because we can build it here, and that's what we do in Cape Town. Underwater, you will see on this ship two huge propellers, and they are directly driven by two massive diesel engines, and you need that to be able to pull the plow. One of the tests we did is what we call a bollard pull test. We reached over 45 tons actually. That was quite a hectic test, but then to see what actually the real power of the ship is. And on top of that, with those two propellers on the water, there's also a bow thruster. You have very high, excellent maneuverability of this ship. That's also why the clients like it so much. And then the last thing I would like to mention, it's specifically designed for shallow draft. It was previously mentioned that especially plowing, you do that to equalize the seabed, also close to the quayside. And the ship is actually designed for that because of the, yes, it can also plow 25 meters depth, but it's actually also designed to do it at the shallow drafts. And that's, yeah, I think where I need to stop, because I was only given 5 minutes. If you would like to know anything more, please, Ben Fisher is also here, the project manager who is leading the building team. And thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Jos. I think we do need more time, Nzo. But I think maybe to just simplify this, I would call it ikeja or a rake for the ocean. But thank you. I would like now for us to move to the signage and the signing and the handover of the vessel from Durban to Tnpa. May I please call upon the GM infrastructure boss, Tekla Nini at the back, Mzothule Zigalala, Sifale Munsi, and Jos to join me on stage. And then we do the signing and the handover officially of the vessel. Thank you. Yeah, before. Yeah, I was worried with music. Yeah, please. Didn't they say in the middle? Oh, too late. So we check handover next. Singabaceli baye phambili bayoshutha ngapha. It looks like bayafuna the two. Bacela bahambe lapha. May I please ask you to join them on stage for the picture of the handover, please? Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. You know? Oh, yes. My friend that you see is asking me to call you up on stage for the picture. How are you? Good. You happy this time? One is sitting at the back. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please give them a huge round of applause? The vessel is officially ours. Thank you. As we proceed with the program, in December 2022, last year, TNPA launched a naming competition for this new plow tug. A selection criteria was communicated upon launching the competition to ensure participants are aware and that entries complied with the competition criteria. The competition was well received. It was an overwhelming response of a total number of 523 employees or applicants across the OD. The winning name was nominated by 3 TNPA employees, which is Johnny Mohese, Ditebogo Seliane, and Sesetu Mazangazanga. The name celebrates our cultural diversity that makes our beautiful country, especially because the other craft are named in Guni names. So this one is a special one. I'm not going to reveal the name as yet. You will hear when the time is right from the lady sponsor. So at this point, may I please humbly request that the chairperson of the board of Transnet, that Dr. Popo Mlife, please join me on stage as he hands over the check to the winners of this competition. Joni, I saw you. Oh, there. Ditebogo. No. Mtsheleni ufuna akhulume ke. I-profile anginayo by the way. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna need you soon again. We did not envisage that 3 people would give us the same name. Initially, it was supposed to be 10,000 purpose. But I think we can work something out, you see. There we go. They will share with me. Thank you so much. The GC is actually willing to up it, guys. A huge round of applause. You see, guys, we are led in Transnet. We are led. Thank you so much. Thanks. Guys, over to you, Mr. Fowler, for Damon. Going once, going twice. Anything there, baby? Nothing for me. Ah, you won. Thank you so much, colleagues. Dr. Popomlife, unfortunately, I still have to call you back on stage to deliver the keynote address. Yes, you are the man of the match. Thank you. Over to you.
No, thank you very much. This is a problem. That's why every time you say women in charge, they make it a war between women and men. So they are bullying me now, you see, to speak. When you see us, whispering to each other, I was saying that I was asked to speak, and clearly in my speech, I'm required to mention the name, but the naming and christening have not happened. So I'm not gonna do it. so, so clearly, it was anticipated that I would come after that. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. The program director, the chief executive of TNPA and your team, chief executive of TPT, GCE, Transnet, and the executives here, broader management present, Mayor Munzi, Director Damon, all of you, the team of Damon. My name is Popo Molefe. I represent the board of directors of Transnet, who I'm sure would have loved to share in this very historic occasion when we celebrate and unveil the Tug Plough. I'm not going to talk about the name. I think we could probably say, as the program director indicated, that we are here really celebrating the proverbial birth of a new child, welcoming this new baby into TNPA. It is a celebratory event. Christening, as it were, are a tradition and custom where benevolence is declared, and in many ways, abundance over life of a newborn is celebrated. And in a sense, therefore, we could say, gathered here today, we are like we would wish a young child, a baby born, the long life, long and productive life to the Plough Tug. I get tempted to talk about the name, but I won't do so. So the history has been given. The Plough Tug was built in Cape Town, and it forms part of our ongoing replacement program by the TNPA. It was built by Diamond Shipyards, which builds long-lasting, resilient vessels, as we have heard from the director. It's clearly a partnership we're building with a company with a long track record and long tradition and a history in vessel construction. As Transnet, we're proud to be your partner in building this Plough Tug. I'm advised by TNPA that the demand for services of Plough Tugs in the region is increasing, and therefore the equipment that you are giving us must of necessity enhance dredging services position in the market. We have not spoken about christening, and today we are going to christen it. I participated in a couple of these when I was still at the Armaments Corporation of South Africa, ARMSCO, and through the Strategic Arms Procurement Program, we bought a number of vessels, including what we call the corvettes, and we have had to christen them. We christened one of them Charlotte Macleke. The other one was Mandy, which we did in Port Elizabeth. Macleke we did in Germany. We did it in Germany. So it is a very special occasion, and it's in appreciation of the special nature of the event itself, of the nature of the equipment that we are bringing here, because it's an equipment that reflects new life. So in doing this job, therefore, from our own side, we see ourselves contributing immensely to the national infrastructure program of our government, and in particular, the side of Tnpa in deepening its investment in the national ports in this country, DCT, the port of Ngqura, and so on. It is very much part of that job, and it is going to contribute in us ensuring that there is proper maintenance of these ports. But we also think that it will enable us, as Mzo said here, to enhance financial stability of our port by refocusing our strategic intent over the next 3 to 5 years, which includes repositioning the business and revenue diversification and improved cash generation through services that this new equipment, the Tug Plough, would bring about. In a sense, we are also investing massively, therefore, in the much proclaimed infrastructure program of the South African government. And in doing so, we are enhancing the competitiveness of our freight system led by the Tnpa in South Africa and in our region. From our side, as the board of directors, we wish to welcome this great work that you are doing, and we wish to see it within the context of the general drive by Transnet nationally as an organization to modernize, to rebuild, to become competitive, and to ensure that we are in a position, therefore, to hold our own against various ports in the region. And I think when we proceed to enter into the implementation of our strategy to partner with the private sector in the port terminal operations, in the expansions of our port and deepening of our ports, we would begin to lay a firm foundation for sustainable growth in Transnet, and lay that foundation that would ensure that we become increasingly competitive. Those are really the few remarks that I want to make, and thank all of you for inviting us as the board of directors to be part of this very special occasion. And we wish you well. We wish the Plough Tug success in the duties that you are going to deploy it for. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chairperson of the board, for that powerful speech. Thank you. does indeed give us hope that we are going in the right direction as a company, as Transnet, and as TNPA infrastructure, as this new equipment brings life, new life to the asset base and will increase our revenue and give TNPA or Transnet as a whole a competitive advantage in the marine industry. Thank you. We are now going to get ready to move from where we are seated for us to gather around Usingaye, the reason why we are here. So, colleagues, it is now time for us to gather and proceed next to the quayside for the naming and the christening ceremony by the lady sponsor, Portia Davy, of our Plough Tug. May I please ask you to follow me to the quayside? And please be safe. What happened? Why are you going? Candace, Mike, quickly.
Yeah. Now they suspect. Sorry. Working sound. Sound. Pushing up, speakers are pushing up on the rope mic. It doesn't have sound. So she has it on. So next was off.
Ke fasikepe sena lebitso la Roma. May God and our ancestors bless her and all who say.
So, PS, Bumi, my friend. Captain, can you move in? Captain Rufus? Captain Rufus? Captain Rufus, can you move in? Move in? Move in towards Captain. Yeah. No, no.
Okay, so now, yeah, we are.
Okay, but we are now going to sing the national anthem.
Okay, can you please remain here? We're now going to sing
We're
the
now
national
going to
anthem.
sing the national anthem.
Ayika national anthem. Announce inusis. Ayika. We are going to do a live crossing. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
This one,
We're
ladies,
going
I
to
say
ask
when
that
up, I'm see him say
you
when it's
take
correct.
because we are going to do a live crossing of the proceedings that are going to happen on board the vessel, where the GC is going to cut the river officially.
No, it's okay.
The Plough Tug.
Okay. Who else? You had said who else?
Members of the media.
Niggas lunch.
Welcome on board. I'm ODC Justice Poswa, the current master of this ship on the Mohoma.
We are inviting the members
I would
of
like
the
to welcome
media
you on
to
board
join us
and
on board the
introduce you
vessel.
to my crew.
Members of the
Okay.
media who wish to take pictures, please do join us on board the vessel.
Nice to meet
And
you.
another Sunday.
Oh, in Sunday, Lane, good now. On TV. So, guys, have they for training? Have they trained you already on this vessel?
And some of the guys they are
Yeah.
being trained.
I like the fact that it's 25 meters. It suggests what is really going to dredge and make it deep. Mbanyana.
And that's the whole crew. How big is it? Sorry. It's cool, and that's my relieving master. On the other ship, Samantha Shatnai. And
Samantha.
Amanda is my
Samantha.
she's the
Samantha.
second in command.
She's the relief.
The rest of my crew.
That's
Samantha.
Samantha. This is Samantha.
Samantha.
This is
Amanda. Yeah. Sometimes I do confuse them. That's Mr. Ngiti.
That bottle.
You know what's the lifespan of this?
Did they say the other one's 15 years? I don't know. No, they said the other one lost it for 50 years.
We can talk about that. How much you bought?
No, don't worry.
Okay, welcome you. That's a very warm welcome to our home away from home, our manship. That's what I call it. Okay, we're gonna proceed up to the bridge. I'll lead the way.
You and I are the same size. I know, that's true.
No, it's not a size thing, it's an age thing, sir.
It's an age thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Oh, this
really nice.
This is our where they do the cooking, and then it's like it's a mess room combined with a galley. So it's a kitchen in the normal. All the so that's our way to the. That's why we.
I know.
Oh, wow. Wow. I'd like to see the others, actually.
The other
Given,
dredgers.
yeah, the other dredgers looking at
Is
this
there
one.
another one going up?
No,
No,
you've
that's the
arrived.
last one.
Is this the thing that they said I shouldn't come to?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dredger Mohoma.
Yeah.
This is our bridge where we do all the controls, where we do all the operation. So this is our main console where we do the driving of the vessel. And here on this section, this is where we're gonna.
Is it on? Is that mic on? Yeah, it's on.
So this is where we're gonna do our main operation.
Oh, okay.
So we all the controls that we have here, we have them here. But the additional, it's the control of the plough itself, which is the main thing of this dredger leveling the bed. So you just turn around the chair, face all your operation, so you can see clearly that you do the operation. Because the vessel itself It's gonna do the bed leveling. Mostly, it's gonna do the bed leveling along the quays where there's high spot, where it's difficult for the bigger dredgers. That's where it especially operates, and sometimes can operate on the channel, leveling the depth to be on the same level.
So who's out of the two? So Samantha and you, who does the actual leveling, the raking?
We all do it.
You all do it?
We all can do it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
So.
It's still another woman. It's another woman.
Can I officially hand over the ceremony to you?
Okay, so we relaunch her. Muhoma kahambe kahle.
And I think I can finally say I can accept the vessel. It's official.
It's official. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I know so. I've got a photo. Okay. I'm so happy I did end up not becoming a model. I would have made it. Thank you. Yes. Thank you very much. We really look forward to it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I need the application form. Also
a brown envelope.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Huh? Where do you? No, I mean.
Okay. Here you control the engines. That's your steering.
Where do you start it? How do you start it?
So the engineers start the whole machinery, then we start the engine.
Okay.
Because we got two engines. Start on this control process.
Bengisasho ukuthi uzongena kanjani ungakwazi ukungena.
So we start our controls here, and then we start the pumps steering and for power thruster, which controls the power out and in. So that's our steering. So once we start the engine controls, then we can all the controls of two engines, port and starboard. That's our power thruster controlling the power, and that's our wheel to control the direction.
No, siyabonga bhuti. Oh.
So the GCE has officially launched the vessel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Muhoma. Yes.
Okay. With the crew and the bridge, yeah, you got it. Okay. Stella to be in the chairperson in the center, and then we can build in the crew.
So the captain.
Captain.
Captain not get
Captain,
on to, let the captain get onto the seat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the captain.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna build in. Okay, let's start with a smaller group and then we'll build it in. All right, this is. Yes. Okay. Please look at that camera.
So where's the? Okay. It's supposed to be here, isn't it?
What was that?
The tug with the spray. Okay. All right, we're looking.
Okay. All right. We can
Okay.
make the circle bigger.
But
It feels unfair now that I'm sitting. I'm not the one sitting. Everybody.
yeah.
All your ship.
Yes, now,
All your ship.
Now I don't look like a gentleman.
Sandra, come. Yeah.
Shall I go
You'll be
in between?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, when they're in trouble, you.
Nice picture. That's smart. Most important camera.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So the spray is when we're eating, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, because we're hungry. It's the truth. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, what 3? No, yes, it's supposed to be happening. So, oh, it's 2:30. I'm just sort of like half in and out. On Gray.